Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. I hope you're well and welcome back to another live match preview. As we say in the title of this video, I'm with legends, guys, but we truly are with legends this evening. It is Arsenal versus Liverpool live match preview, and we are here with Pippa and Laurie from AFTV. Guys, welcome to Kop-Ish. How you guys doing?
It's good to be back on the channel. I like this channel a lot. Why are you laughing? I'm being serious.
The last time you were here, you were like, I don't know if I should be here. You guys are winning now. You're
this time
happy.
your energy seems different. Your energy
I'm
feels
being serious. I like
the aura.
I like
aura.
talking to you guys about football. I like your viewers. I'm being genuine. I like coming on this channel.
I appreciate that, Pippa. Appreciate it.
Love
Laurie,
that.
welcome back, bro.
Likewise, man. Likewise. I'm looking forward to this. I think my energy levels are going to be slightly enhanced for this one than I was last time.
Wow.
Right, guys, I'm going to be real. The last time we did a preview, I was on here as arrogant as anything. Tonight, I'm hosting, so I'm neutral. Matthew, best of luck to you boys tonight because you're going to need it. Because if you can find a light at the end of the tunnel for this game, then you guys are better than me. But people, as always, when we get behind this mic, please make sure that you subscribe, comment, and like. So, 8 games in for Arsenal, 7 games in for Liverpool. Arsenal have won 7 out of 8, lost 1. Liverpool, we know the record. We've spoken about it many times on this channel. We have won 2 matches, drawn a few, and lost a few. We're going to come to the guest first. Laurie, Pippa.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people going into the season said this is a big season for Arteta. He's got to really show his worth. You managed to get some very good players in the summer, and last season you didn't necessarily finish how you wanted to finish. How are you guys feeling 8 games in?
Ladies first. We'll let Pippa go first.
Do you know what? I'm feeling pleasantly surprised. I think that's the best way I can put it. Like, I didn't expect to be. I know a lot of fans are gloating and happy as they should be. I didn't expect to be sitting on top table and still be there from the very beginning and putting in I wouldn't say like the best performances, but good enough performances, better than we saw. That's funny. Last season, and I like the fact that we're picking up points against teams that we didn't necessarily pick up points against last season, like Crystal Palace, and getting points off Fulham. Those teams are really important to get points off Fulham, Villa. So yeah, I'm just happy, and I'm liking the way certain players are playing. But obviously, it's too early to give anyone full plaudits. But certain players are on the back of shirts for reasons.
I like that.
Laurie, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, you know what? I pretty much concur with Pippa there. I must say, though, at the start of the season, I was, how can I put it? I was confident with caveats, because let's be honest, man, the way we imploded towards the end of last season was very, very disappointing. And I was one of those. I don't know if Pippa would agree with me. I had my reservations about the manager, I'm not going to lie. And that was, like I said, brought on by the way we just imploded towards the end of last season. We should have made the Champions League without a doubt. We had it in our hands, and there was a couple of games where, let's face it, man, use an old-fashioned term, we bottled it. And I wasn't wholly convinced that Arteta would be the man to turn it around, although I was prepared to give him a chance. I mean, listen, they were never going to sack him anyway, so we were all in the same boat. We thought, give this man a chance. Hopefully he brings in some new players, new signings, refresh the team. He did that. We got off to a good start. I mean, that first game, Pippa alluded to it. Palace, Friday night, away from home. That was a potential banana. You remember the year before that, we played Brentford and we got mollywopped. You know what I mean? There's no doubt in that. And you know what I mean? We went on to lose the first 3 games of that season. Roll on this season, very different. You know what I mean? Beat Palace, good win against a good side at home. And we've carried it on from there, man. So the momentum was built. The new signings have done well. And so far, so good. It's all rosy in the garden. We did lose that one game to United, a team that beat yourselves as well. So, but you know what I mean? I'm optimistic, man. I'm not gonna sit here today and say, yeah, we're going to win the league or anything like that. At the moment, things looking good. Can't complain.
Laurie, that was so unnecessary. That was actually so unnecessary. It was going so well.
Right, that was a nice shot there, Laurie, but we'll let it run. Matt Drift, going into the season, we were 50-50 on what Arsenal would do. Drift, I know you were very complimentary of the work they did in the summer and going into the season. I'm pretty shameless because I've got a lot of Arsenal fans around me. I poked the bear a little bit. Matt, you were kind of on the fence. Did either one of you expect Arsenal to start this well, though? Like top of the league, only dropped 3 points all season. Did you guys expect them to start this well? Drift, I'll come to you first.
Not top of the league, no. But I knew that Jesus was a proper game changer. Like I knew that for a fact. I knew Zinchenko was a game changer for them because now they have cover in midfield and left back, which was their undoing last season. So, I mean, I said it to Laurie yesterday, like, and I'm not even saying it's shady. I'm just looking at it objectively. Like, Arteta leaned on a man who's his boy, asked for a favour, and the favour came true. You know what I mean? But to Arsenal's credit, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd lean on a brethren if I had one and see if he could help me out. Because I don't think Zinchenko or Jesus go to Arsenal if it's not Arteta in charge. As like that, you know, like he knows them and they know him because he was there for all them years or whatnot. So he leaned on a favour, but you know what I mean? I rate it. Like certain times you go to the nightclub because you know the man on the door is your boy and he'll let you in. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Saying, did you have trainers on or did you wear
train and shorts, bro, and a hat, and you're still let in, bro, because you know the man on the door. But no, do you know what? Credit to them. I didn't think they'd be top of the league, but I definitely knew they'd have a much better season with Jesus and Zinchenko. And you know what? Saliba, credit to him. He's doing in the English league what he did in the French league. He's still not like on that level where. I mean, see, I'm not gonna say that.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
Mama,
that.
just waiting.
You know what I mean?
I'm neutral.
But he looks good. He's definitely got to do it for 2 or 3 years. That's what we were told about Van Dijk. I remember everybody telling us that Van Dijk had to do it for 2-3 years. So did Mo Salah. All of our good.
Yeah, they've done it now. They're finished.
You know. Okay. All right. Well, you know.
Okay. Can I tag in?
Off the shots, I would just like to say, Saliba's only got 23 months left on his contract. So in 2 years' time, he won't even be an Arsenal player. So all for it, innit? Let him play well. Hey, let him do his thing. He's going Barca or Real Madrid, innit?
We'll see.
But you know what, though? I think the way things have gone over the years, I wouldn't even say that's out of the question. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, yeah, I'd love to be able to throw shade at one, but honestly speaking, I don't think I can.
Right. Laura, I'm going to come to you first on this one. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Liverpool start to the season has been flaky. I think that's the best word I can use before watershed. It's been horrible for us as fans. For you guys, though, seeing Liverpool compared to how we started the last few seasons in comparison to now, did you expect us to start the season as bad as we've started it?
In one word, no. I mean, listen, I watched your first game against Fulham. I knew that would be a difficult game, man. Fulham at home, at their ground, you know what I mean? I knew that they were going to give you problems. Mitrovic, very keen to prove himself, big, strong guy, can play a bit. And I just knew that might be a problematic game for you guys. I was still expecting to win, if I'm being honest, but I wasn't wholly surprised at the result, the draw, you know what I mean? Because I thought, you know what I mean, they're going to be up for it. You know what these teams are like when they just come up? They're full of energy, they're full of, you know what I mean? And the fans are going to be totally behind them. So I wasn't too surprised. And listen, you have not been at your best. I don't think anybody can say otherwise. But it's not that bad, really, is it? Was it 7 games, 2 wins, 4 draws, and the loss to United? So it's not unrecoverable, man. No, I'm being serious. I mean, you won
Laurie,
yesterday.
It's bad. You're being nice, Laurie. It's bad. Bro.
No,
but it's right.
No, listen, it's not like a complete meltdown, is it? You've lost 1 game. You've drawn games that you should have won. I mean, even at the weekend against Brighton, you've got to give Liverpool a bit of credit because when I heard the initial result, Brighton like 2 up and rear, I was thinking, rah. And you know, you didn't lose the game, and you won at Cantor yesterday. I watched that game. I covered it for DR Sports. Liverpool were in total control. Okay, Rangers are not the strongest side, but nevertheless, you're going into the game against us with a good win behind you. Everyone was dissing Trent. I can never understand why that guy gets so much stick, by the way. And he scored a fantastic goal. We know what he's capable of. Having said that, though, let's be honest, it is a game that Arsenal should be confident in winning. And I say that with a slight reservation because, let's face it, over the years, you guys have kicked our asses. But I think the mood, I'm pretty sure Pippa will co-sign this, the mood in the camp right now at Arsenal is very positive. Although you speak to a lot of fans, and Drifty, you'll know that Curtis alluded to this on the show yesterday. A lot of people believe that Liverpool, this will be stronger opposition than Tottenham because of the playing styles. You know what I mean? So I'm confident, but I'm not overconfident.
So, Laurie, I'll be honest with you. This is one of the reasons we love you here, because if the roles were reversed, I'm just going to be completely honest. The roles were reversed and I came on AFTV and you guys had won 2 out of 7. I wouldn't be as nice as you've been. So we
know you like to poke the bear. That's why.
no, that's why I'm being honest. Pippa, let's switch it around. If Arsenal had started the way Liverpool has started, how bad would it be for you guys? Would you be calling for Arteta's head right now?
Not me personally, but I feel like a large percentage of the fan base would, only because it's a follow-on of what happened at the end of last season. We didn't finish the way we wanted to finish the season, and you're starting the season poorly after bringing in so much reinforcement. When you bring in players such as Jesus and Zinchenko, like you said before, and you bring back Saliba, who everyone wants to see play after so long, and then you start drawing too many games, it's not the worst results, because you're probably going to see improvement there, because it's only 1 loss, and last season it was 3 losses in a row. But at the same time, you need to see massive improvement, and that's what we've seen, so we can't really complain right now.
Fair dues. Matt, sorry to do this to you, bro. Liverpool start to the season. If you could sum it up in 3 words, how would you sum it up?
I need more. Words. More. Need more words. There you go.
I don't even know. 3 words. Just, I don't know, like not
before
there yet.
As well. Before
we're just not there yet. We're not there yet. We haven't arrived. Like, we haven't arrived into the league. I think that's what it is. Like, people. Here's the thing, yeah. So last season, yeah. We are crap, you know. Last season, we obviously was going for the quadruple. Didn't happen, but we got 2 out of the 4. But we got the 2 that maybe we didn't want. Well, clearly didn't want. We wanted the champs and Prem. We didn't get that. And this season, bro, I can't lie. We just look out of sorts. Very, very out of sorts. Everyone thought we was going to kickstart again when we beat Bournemouth 9-0. Everyone's like, Liverpool kind of back kind of thing. That didn't happen. Then we thought it was the next game. Raw man said, yo, we got what's my man's name?
Man like Bruno.
Man like Bruno, you know. But yeah, like Carl, I'm gonna be honest. It's been a real bad start to the season. There's no disguising it. There's no glossing over it and going like, we're gonna be okay. Nah, bro, it's a big issue. And if I'm being honest, like this game against Arsenal, in a weird way, has come at the right time. The reason I say that, Cal. No. The reason I say that is because if we played against another, dare I say, smaller team, we might have got a bit carried away. If we beat them and go, we're back, and then look what would happen. We need a sterner test to see whether the game yesterday meant anything to us. Are we just gonna go back to what we was doing against, Brighton, or are we actually gonna, build on that win? That's what I want to see, bro. Am I worried about this game? Of course I'm worried, because it's Arsenal when they're playing arguably the best football alongside Man City. You have to give them props. You have to. Arteta's made, and Brian. Arsenal have made the right signings for me as well. They've made the signings that give them rotation. It gives them more flexibility as well. So you have to give Arsenal credit for that, bro. You have to. Can't lie.
You guys in the comments having a good night tonight.
Having too much of a good time.
Do you know what?
Forget, we are Liverpool,
I love the fact that you mentioned everyone that's in the top of that table, but you didn't mention Spurs. I love that. I love that. They've only lost 1 game.
Definitely.
But Spurs aren't playing. But they're playing bad.
You dealt with them, and you dealt with them proper, because Spurs weren't playing well, yeah. But
But
one
they're
thing,
just getting results.
yeah, they were getting results. But here's the thing now. This is why I will say you're above them. Like just what your project is ahead of them. You made them look really, really bad. And don't get twisted. Spurs, like you said, like they were able to get results by playing badly. But you guys, people keep saying, "Oh, Spurs didn't play that well." You didn't allow them to play well in the first, but you suffocated them. They couldn't do anything. You actually played very well against them. It's not just about because people like to do this whole, "Oh, Spurs didn't really turn up," and rightly so. Maybe they didn't, but you didn't allow them. You didn't even allow them. As soon as you both walked onto the pitch, you guys said there's only going to be one winner, in my opinion, anyway.
You know what's mad about that game?
Well, I mean, Curtis made a very good point yesterday on the show when he was saying that Liverpool potentially are more difficult opponents because with Spurs, they're going to give you the ball, strictly counter-attacking side. They're going to give you the ball and then they're going to hopefully try and hit you on the break, which they wasn't able to do really. But Liverpool, however, are probably going to cut. I'll be very interested to see, and I did ask Drifty this yesterday, what he thinks Klopp's tactics will be because I imagine, knowing Liverpool as I know them, that they will come and try and attack us. They will try and be, an attacking threat, something that Spurs weren't really. So we will have to deal with that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that element of the game. I think it's going to be a really good game, actually. I'm looking forward to
No, but Laurie, since yesterday's game, I've changed my mind a little bit because yesterday Klopp actually did do something different. So where was with you? I was it's going to be 4-3-3. You already know what we're going to do. It is what it is. Just come and beat us up, innit? After yesterday, I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe a little bit sooner than I thought. He's starting to realize he has to do something different. He can't just keep doing that. And to the people in the comments, I said it on Friday's show, I think it was with Cal, and I said, look, Klopp will turn this around. He's way too intelligent to just keep playing 4-3-3 and keep letting the same thing happen. And everybody said I was a bit mad. And then within a few days, he changed it up in one game. So I'm not saying he's fixed, but at least he's already starting to learn.
Without trying to sound like a Debbie Downer, though, just this one game. And let's be honest, when we see the lineup come out on Sunday, would any of us be surprised to see 4-3-3 for Liverpool?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
All right.
That's what I was going to say. That's what you have to kind of... He
went with a 4-2-3-1 yesterday. And listen, Liverpool totally dominated the game. Now, how much of that was down to the opponent? Without being disrespectful, Rangers are not the strongest team. But having said that, like I said, I watched the game and Liverpool should have scored a few more than that, really, innit? If it weren't for the goalkeeper, that could have been a fight.
Agreed.
But one thing I've noticed about Liverpool right from the first game, man, you guys are missing Mane badly. Is that fair to say?
Tell him again. Tell him again. It is what it is. People don't want to hear his name anymore for some reason, but we massively miss Mane.
No, we miss him. We miss him. I'll be honest. We miss him, but because of the midfield situation and how we've been defending, I don't think Mane being in the team would have changed much. And that's not on Mane. That's just on the.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Pippa, the midfield has been smelly.
Yeah, but that's a lie, though. You can't say that. You can't say that Mane wouldn't have changed nothing.
I don't think he would. Like Mane's phenomenal. I love Mane.
He would have, bro, man.
What would have maybe been on extra 2 points this season? Maybe.
Nah. He could have turned some of them draws into wins. 100%. Did you not see his goal yesterday? Like this is Sadio we're talking about. Like,
he's the man.
I'm not disputing that. But before the game yesterday, Sadio weren't having a great season himself either. It's not down to Sadio.
He's still scoring.
I think that's a myth. I think that's a myth. He's having a good season.
Remember, this isn't down to Mane. Remember,
who's it down to?
The rest
of the midfield. Right.
The midfield and the defense. The defense has been terrible.
Are we not going to talk about your forwards then? Because you brought in this guy and tried to compare it to Haaland, but
no. Can I just
Darwin Núñez?
No, can I throw this out there now? No one on this channel.
Why can I hear music? Why can I hear music?
These lot put backing music to me. No one on this channel compared Darwin Núñez to Haaland. I wouldn't have allowed it.
I compared him to Andy Carroll.
No, Laurie, you didn't. No.
These men are letting off hella shots, you know?
He's the Latin Andy Carroll, man.
All right, now we're on the subject. Do you guys, like Pippa and Laurie, do you think he's that bad?
No,
No,
he's
I
actually
don't.
not. He's
No,
not.
no.
To be fair, he definitely should. It's not down to him as well, but just speaking on last night's game, he definitely should have scored. He had about 6 chances, 3 clear ones as well. But I can't say he's still warming up, because if we're going to compare him to other players have warmed up a lot quicker. But I expect more from him, and so should you guys. But it's still early days. But I
He's a
wouldn't say he's a
young
flop or
guy.
anything.
That's a fair assessment still.
Yeah.
Someone in the top.
No, I do happen to believe he will come good.
I don't get what's going on.
Basically, Pippa, we've been going back and forward this season saying that we need to maybe, actually criticize and judge Nunes on how he's been playing, but we've been shut down by certain people.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
names.
You know what it is? Certain man think he's a gunman straight away. And I was like, give him time. Like, let him settle. Do you know what I mean?
Is it 4-on-1? Am I on my own here?
No, we're just saying let man settle.
No, we're not.
Just let him settle.
He could score on Sunday. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I just feel like he
let him
hasn't
settle.
performed to the standard everyone expected him to.
You gotta let him settle.
He's
My
barely
daughter
played,
says
but we'll see, innit? We'll see. 170
let
minutes
him
in the
go.
Premier League all season. Yeah, it's not much.
Listen. All jokes aside, I think you hit the head, Pippa. What it is that I think, even as Liverpool fans, we expect obviously a certain amount when you pay a certain amount. But one thing I think maybe people have changed their opinions of him is that he just needs time. All jokes aside, we're not playing well. He's not playing well. I think it's very different if we're playing very well and we're winning games and he's not contributing anything. That's where you would literally go, do you know what? This guy might not be it. But because we're getting that a little bit better, and obviously he's coming from a new league, yeah, it's going to take that a little bit longer. And that's why there was always going to be that reservation with him unless he was going to take the league by storm. And I think that's where it stems for me anyway.
Yeah, and let's be honest, man. I mean, the guy, he's a young guy coming to a new country, different league. I'm not even sure. Can he speak the language? I'm not sure. You know what I mean?
No,
No, he can't. He actually
I'm
can't. No.
pretty sure he speaks perfect English. His dad's been here. He's been able to settle in easy. Obviously, playing for City, great team. He's fitted straight in. Jesus, already been established in the English Premier League, knows how it goes. You know what I mean? He's been able to fit in seamlessly. You know what I mean? So, like you said, the players don't get much time these days, especially strikers, because it's easy to judge a striker. You just look at how many goals he's had, where if it was a defender, you know, I mean, you might have to do your research and see how well he's actually played. But with a striker, the currency is goals. And if they're not scoring at a certain rate, everyone's like, you know what I mean? So I do have a little bit of empathy for him. And I hope he comes good, but just not this weekend.
So, guys, the last few times we played at the Emirates, Liverpool have picked up the victories. In fact, the last time you beat us at the Emirates was in 2020 after the lockdown, when we'd already wrapped up the league and we were just kind of playing.
We were drunk and all that.
No, we've got to give Arsenal their credit. We made mistakes last
night. A point that Drifty was very keen to point out yesterday. Yeah.
Alison,
you're right. That record against you guys is woeful.
That feels like so long ago.
Yeah, it was. It was. We played each other a good few times since then.
Yeah.
Was it one win in 14 games or something like that, isn't it?
Something crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And the other wins have been in cup games or something like that. Carabao.
But even last season, they bested us in the League Cup too.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's about time we turn this around, bro.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is the Emirates different now? Is it going to be?
Absolutely.
Well, are you going to be the Emirates? I'm not even just saying this. The Emirates, the Emirates is a different energy now. I don't know what's happened, but there's like this resurgence. Everyone's loud. And like before, my son was saying it earlier, like before, if you make a mistake or if we can see the goal, everyone's just like, swearing and all that. Now, if we concede or someone makes a mistake, everyone's behind the players. We get louder. We're roaring. And I love that. The energy is different. We're building something.
Well, there's that pivotal moment, weren't there, Pippa, a few weeks back now. Remember when Saliba, he made that mistake, gave away the penalty. Or was it a penalty?
No, the own goal. The own goal, that's it,
yeah. And the crowd, to a man, stood on their feet, cheered him, and you know what I mean? And that was really encouraging to see that, man. Because like Pippa said, the Emirates can be notorious, you know what I mean, for being negative with. Yeah.
But now there's a whole positive vibe.
Does Arteta get the DJ to play "You'll Never Walk Alone" like when you lot are like building up to the game?
No, we got our own anthem now, actually.
Oh,
The streets are our own. Yeah, you ain't heard it yet. You'll hear it on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You ain't heard it.
No, but we know you don't make.
The streets are our own.
The words are North London forever, whatever the weather. These streets are our own.
Nice.
And everyone sings that before kickoff. Why are you mocking it?
Because I know you don't even believe in it. I know you're saying it. You don't even believe in it.
You don't believe in that song.
These North London streets, then of course they're our own.
I mean,
No, but you know what I would say? You
no,
know what I would
fair
say
enough.
though?
Yeah.
I would say that the vibe and the positivity around the club, not just on match day, just the general mood. I'm sure people will co-sign this. There is a genuine feeling that we're going to do well this season. Like I said, there is many, of course, and the way they're going. But seriously, you check to pretty much every Arsenal fan that I've come across this season. The way we started, and like I said, it's not just the fact that they're winning games, it's the vibe. There seems to be this newfound positivity that's just permeating through the club that is contributing to making Arsenal a very difficult side to beat this season. And let's be honest, even when we lost to United that away game, I think it's fair to say for large spells we were the better team in that game. You know what I mean? Okay, we lost it and it was disappointing, but even then the fans were not on the player's case or the manager's case. They were like, you know what? If a few things had gone differently, you know what I mean, we would have won that game. So it's all positive now, man. Trust me.
Fair dues.
As positive as I've seen it in many years.
A long time.
Just quickly, are you guys all Arteta in now then?
I was never Arteta out, you know. I got
Okay.
the only time I was shaky was that whole Villarreal thing in the Europa League last time, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, fair.
That's-
And it
I'm
wasn't
not
even
going to
a
lie,
question,
I had my reservations.
Okay.
I had my reservations. Like I said, I was very unhappy at the way we imploded last season. And if you add that to finishing 8th the year before, I was one of those, bro, I need to see some drastic improvements at the start. You know what I mean? No, seriously.
I
I
hear you.
No cap. I was Pippa, fair play to her. She ain't lying. She was behind him from day one.
Yeah.
I must admit, I was, you know what I mean? I was sat there thinking, listen, walk on. You know what I mean? I was like that. You know? So
I hear you.
because
No, fair play.
I wasn't convinced with things like his man management, lack of tactical nous at times. I thought substitutions previous season left a lot to be desired. I was unhappy, Pippa will tell you this, at the way he treated Aubameyang. Even Saliba, let's be honest, man, I thought that could have been handled a lot better. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cap now and say, yeah, man, I was knew this. I didn't see this coming like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
there was a period where a lot of fans were obviously we used to do the live shows after the game, and all of the comments were Arteta out. Like 90% of the comments.
I remember seeing, for
I wouldn't say I was Arteta out because I'm not really one of those reactive type of people. I'm saying, given the fact that the previous year he'd finished 8th, the fact that we finished outside the Champions League places when, come on now, it was ours to lose and we lost it. So going into this season now, I'm thinking, you got to show me something, man. You got to show me something. But I'll give him his credit. He's done that and some. And at the moment, he has my full backing and support.
At the moment, he says.
No, but you know,
that was the crucial part of the sentence. At the moment.
no, but as the Liverpool man will tell you, this is strictly a results business.
Oh my days! Sorry,
It's a
Haaland just scored
results
again.
business.
Again, what's this? Actually,
Why are you acting surprised?
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say what everyone else is.
I don't even want to play them.
Well, he's a
I'm
robot.
Why are you acting
He's
surprised?
not human. He's not human, though.
He
We
was
know that.
created in Area 51.
Yeah, he was.
You're gonna see
He's a cheat
investigations
code,
come out one day about this guy because no one saw it. No one's seen any baby pictures of him, have we?
Yes, we have.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking. They might be his dad's baby picture. I don't think they're his.
I swear there's pictures of his dad holding him that I've seen. But I'm not
gonna lie, when you look at
But you know what made me laugh is
I
that
mean,
every time
sorry, man,
I
but-
watch TV, right, on Sky, you
Keane.
see Roy Keane bigging him up. I say, yeah, you're scared because you're worried the man might roll up on you after what you've done to his dad. You notice that? Every time Roy Keane talks about hard, I've never heard that guy praise a
Energy
player
different.
like that.
Energy different.
Yeah,
The
energy way
Yeah,
different,
yeah,
bro. I'm thinking,
different.
yeah, you know what
I
it
read
is. You don't want to
somewhere-
run up on that youth.
Yeah.
That
I read
6'5"
somewhere Roy
youth.
Keane should have kicked him in his balls.
Yeah,
instead
that
of his knee.
Nordic warrior, man.
Yeah.
You don't want none of that Nordic warrior stuff, man, because you know that You see that guy coming towards you, all that so-called fake tough man stuff you've been talking over the years. You know that goes up in smoke, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. If it's actually a real road thing, I still think Keane deals with it still.
Nah,
A real road team.
Area 51,
Bruv,
bro.
have you not seen a video of Haaland walking down Manchester just normal
see that.
by himself? What you
That
think?
Nordic energy is different. Drift.
And the thing about that was what made me laugh is that it's not like he was going incognito. The man had on
just
some
spun
loud outfit
Yeah.
with the hair out. You know?
No.
And he probably had the rollie on. Let one of them you there say, yeah, well. You know he had the rollie on. Probably on both arms.
Haaland's about it. But so's Roy.
You see the way he dashed. You see the way he dashed down my man the other day.
Yeah, Martinez.
Oh.
You know what I
But look
mean?
at the size difference, though.
No, yeah.
I hear that,
Not to
but it's
what?
the way you get moved, though, Pippa. The
Yeah.
way you
Yeah.
got moved is all horrible.
It was horrible, bro.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. Roy Keane seen that energy and he don't want no smoke. You know what I mean?
I don't blame him.
But he can't not say anything good about Haaland at the moment. What can you say that's bad about him?
That's
What
true.
can you
yeah,
actually say?
Can't. You actually can't.
I'll tell you a little story about Haaland, right? And listen, I'm not trying to be wise after the event. This actually did happen. So when Haaland signed for, and I think it might even have been after the Charity Shield game, whatever they call it these days. Me and Robbie were talking football as we like to do. And I said to Robbie, I go, Robbie, and he'll back me up on this, I'm sure. I said to Robbie, I go, you see from City have signed Haaland, you know for everything done in. And he's like, no, how can you say that, man? I said, listen, look at that guy. If you had to design a prototype striker for the Premier League, that's it right there. 6'5", athletic, he's
Man, say
quick,
prototype.
powerful,
You know
strong,
what time
and
it
he
is.
can finish. I said, that forget it, because everyone else is playing for second because City were already a top team. They're already about that life. Now you're going to brought in this guy, an absolute beast up front. Come on,
Cheat
man.
codes everywhere.
Man was made from Skynet blood.
I said to Robbie, the only way City don't win that is if Haaland and one or two others get injured. It's just one of those freak seasons. And listen, I probably the same as you guys. I liked Haaland, man. I like to see players like that in the Premier League. So some people saying, "Oh, it's not fair." It's like, what's the
Not
term?
a rival, Laurie. No.
Like
not a
financial
rival.
doping. No, serious, bro. I like to see good players play. When Salah was doing his thing, and I like that, bro. Drift will tell you, I like that. Mane and them man. Even now, Van Dijk's one of my favorite. You know, like you get players that play for other teams, and you think, yeah, man, wicked player. I like the Van
respect,
Dijks. I like Trent and people like that. You know what I'm saying? So because it's good for football. You know what I mean?
I hear that, but just not Man City. He could have gone anywhere else, but just not Man City.
It's just he's gone to the team that
United?
were already so good.
United would have wasted him. So that would have been
No, but you don't want to see him.
No, it would have improved them. He would have improved them immensely
Yeah,
because
he
he would have
would have,
bailed them out. But bro, Man City are that team. They won the league. I know it's only by 1 point. They
everything
beat
from
us,
us.
but they're already too good, bro. And they've done it without a striker. This is the killer.
But
And now
look
they
at
go-
it this way: what you're seeing is
Why are you crying?
what you're seeing a team that's
You see you, yeah. All right, cool.
they're raising the standard of the Premier League.
No, it's
I
true.
mean, listen, man, you lot
Everyone's
can't
got to
complain.
catch up.
Look at the season you guys had. Last year, you was talking about quadruples. You lot did all right. Come on.
I know, but that was without Haaland, Laurie. He's here
For
now.
real.
He's
was.
here now.
Pippa, you see that noise you just made there? That's that same noise you're gonna make when Man City finish you. Just know
Oh, they're
that.
going to finish everyone. You know, City's going to finish everyone.
No, they're gonna finish you though.
They're gonna finish
They've
everyone.
already dropped points this season, so they're not
No,
unbeatable.
they have. They're not unbeatable. You're right. They're not
Yeah.
unbeatable. And if I'm being genuinely honest, and this hurts me to even say this, yeah, as things stand right now, and a lot can change in football, you probably would give them the most
Yeah.
headache because of
I was
your
just gonna say that.
confidence and the way how you're playing. All jokes aside, it even hurts me to say that, but it is. But again, football changes. Because let's say, for example, we beat you and the confidence maybe drops a little bit. Results can change, innit? So you know how football is. You guys already know. So it's crazy.
Right. Back to Sunday. Matt Drift. I think the back five picks itself, right? As things stand.
Yeah, definitely.
Who you would play, Who do you guys think Klopp will start in midfield and up front? Not
I'm
what
going.
you guys want.
I'm going to stick with the faith that with a few more extra training sessions, he will go again with the 4-3-2, the 4-2-3-1, or the 4-4-2, whichever kind of mold you want of that. Like, I'm hoping. In the press conference, he said that he'd only had one day's training or one training session, so he was really proud of the boys that they picked up so quickly what he asked of them. I reckon for this week he'll continue that because I don't see the point in not. And I think he'll go with that same. So I hope it's Thiago and Hendo again. He subbed both players. I think that was thinking about the weekend. He brought them both off to save them, make sure that they were okay. And other than maybe Bobby replacing one of Jota or Nunes, I really hope he goes with the same again. I hope he goes big man, little man. As you lot know already, I'm starting to think, does he watch Kop-Ish? I don't know, because I asked him to go 4-4-2 and I asked him to play Jota and Nunes, and he did both. I don't know. I've said this in the past. I think somehow somebody tells him what we say, and then maybe he likes what he likes, and he picks the bones, and then he does whatever. But
just on that, then, Klopp, if you're watching, we could do with a box at Anfield. Just throwing out there.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope he goes with the exact same team that beat Rangers. If I'm being completely honest with you, I hope he goes with the exact same team that beat Rangers.
Do you know what? I agree with the formation. It should either be, because again, like when you watch it in transition, it looked like a 4-4-2 rather than a 4-2-3-1. But the one thing I liked about it was tactically flexible in it. So we was always ever changing. And that's what might cause Arsenal more problems. If you know what I mean? I don't want to go 4-3-3 again because we kind of need to, catch Arsenal by surprise, so to speak. So I think Klopp should do that. And he always talks about being brave. That's one thing Klopp always talks about. And Pep Linders, no joke, all jokes aside, they always talk about being brave. That's why I feel like they'll stick to that formation. However, if we're talking about the two players up top, it's a tough one. You know why? There's a part of me that wants to play Roberto Firmino because he's on form. But there's also another part that says we got to play Nunes because this will be the type of game that if he gets that chance, he scores and then confidence and boom and goes on a run. So I think maybe what you do is you stick to it and go Jota, Nunes. But I've got a funny feeling, this is what I think Klopp will do. He will revert back to type potentially and pick one of his favorite lieutenants, and that's Firmino. And I think he might go Firmino, Jota. But I hope I'm wrong because I want him to go Jota, Nunes. That's what I think.
You know what's mad as well, Matt? I said this to Laurie yesterday. Why I wouldn't play Bobby as well? Not because he hasn't deserved to start. He's got 5 goals and 3 assists. He's one of the most informed forwards in the league.
Bobby's a top goal scorer.
He deserves to play for that. But you know what Bobby does? Bobby gives Gabriel and Saliba an easy game. Nunes and Jota will not. Nunes, you see the whole Saliba thing? This will be a big test. Can he handle the physicality of Nunes? Nunes will rough him up. We all know that's what Nunes is good at. So, and then Gabriel, Jota can pin onto Gabriel. Gabriel does have a penalty or a mistake in him. I'm not saying he's crap, but I think Ben White and Saliba are better than him. He has got, you know what I mean? And if we rough up their defense, maybe we get something out of it. If we have Bobby floating around and giving them all the time in the world at the back, that's too easy for them.
But one thing I will say, I agree, but on the same side, I also feel like, see Firmino's movement now, 4-4-2, if we play 4-4-2, and when I saw Bobby Firmino come on, he was actually making runs off the ball. Now, if you get that kind of Bobby that makes those intelligent runs and brings others into play, he will open up space because what Gabriel will do, because Gabriel, for me, has that tendency to kind of like, okay, he can see his attacker and Firmino might draw him out. However, you're right, though. If he doesn't draw him out, then yeah, it's an easy game. But let's just say, for argument's sake, Gabriel does feel like, I want to get tapped to Firmino. That's where the space opens up. And Jota, obviously, Jota being Arsenal's biggest threat over the years, is the one for me that you can kind of more count on. But again, Drift, whether it's as long as I see Jota play, I'm cool. The Firmino and Nunes thing is a debate, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I hear a debate.
But
I've got no problems with either.
Your starting 11 kind of picks itself. In fact, no, let me not say that because you guys are the experts on Arsenal. Does itself at the moment?
Right, for me, I'm going to take listen, it's old adage, isn't it? You don't change the winning team. However, there are a couple of caveats in there. So some people are looking at the right position with Sinchenko versus Tierney, left back. Now, I would go with the same team, but there is an argument to say Tierney is slightly better defender. Zinchenko is better going forward. So the manager might have a decision to make there. There's also the centre-back position. The right-back position, where Ben White's been occupying that position, did very well in that position. But some people might say you could take him out, put Tomiyasu in, who is a recognised right-back, and then have Ben White replace Gabriel Magalhaes, who has not made the best of starts. I mean, you saw in that Tottenham game, he gave away a needless penalty, in my view, and he's had a couple of hits this season.
Yeah,
I don't know what Pippa thinks, but I'd be tempted to stay with the same team for this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't change the right back position, even though Tomiyasu is the right back. I don't know how fit he is and ready to play, because otherwise Arteta would have played him more than 7 or 10 minutes a game, so like we've seen in the previous games. And plus, Ben White's doing okay there. And like we see against the other opposition, they've been giving him space and time on the ball for us to get into the midfield, or if he wants to overlap with Saka, it's working. So I wouldn't change that personally. But the one I'm worried about, or not worried about, that I would think Arteta's thinking about is the Tierney Zinchenko situation. Depends how defensive they want to be, or if they want to go full on attack.
I'd love you lot to play Tomiyasu. I'm not gonna lie, Diaz.
Yeah, that's only because he had a real slip up against last time in the the cup game. He wasn't even fully fit, but we had no choice but to play him, and he got absolutely ruined.
Yeah, that's right.
Diaz will pull his pants down if you do.
He's not gonna start. Unless he's 100%.
I think, listen, man, I think you don't tinker with things when things are going this well. It would be silly to tinker with it. And let's be honest, you've got the guys. It's the modern game. You got them on the bench. They can make an impact, or they can try and close up the game later if we're doing well. So, you know what I mean? There's no real need to make any changes.
Yeah.
And listen, hear what you're saying about your front options, but I'm just going to keep it real, man. Either of those options, I think Saliba does very well against either of those two guys, man.
Really?
Nunes or
Or Jota, did you say?
Saliba.
No, but Saliba does well against who? Nunes or Jota?
He said Saliba.
Yeah, he's like Saliba. You know
what he's doing right now. Listen.
He's had the first crack in Pippa.
The way that guy's playing right now. The way Saliba is going on right now. The way he's going on right now, he's the one defender that I would back to do well against Haaland.
That is a shout. I love it. That's a shout.
How many games, Laurie? 7 games. What was it? 7, 8 games in, I think.
Have you not seen how this guy? He's playing like a Rolls Royce right now, man.
Remember, he got Player of the Season last season. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just quickly, that's a different team. But did Saliba get through Rashford though?
Stop it. That was a whole different time Salah played.
You have to be careful. You have to be careful. That's what I'm saying. You have to be careful.
Yeah, listen, you know what? You do make a good point there. When you're talking about quality players, on their day, anyone can do well, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is right now, player for player, Saliba is as good as it gets. And I'm including Van Dijk in there that I rate highly. No. I'm talking on current form. On current form this season.
Current form, he's been amazing.
Current form, Van Dijk's been doo-doo. So
if you say current form,
that's what I'm going. I'm not saying that. No, I wouldn't. I would never disrespect Van Dijk to say, man's come in 7 games and he's better than Van Dijk. I'm saying on current form.
He's playing
if there's one defender in the league that you think has a good chance against Haaland, you would have to say it's Saliba.
This ain't even Van Dijk, by the way. This is a clone. Van Dijk's waiting for the World Cup. Nice, true. This ain't Van Dijk.
If I'm Liverpool and I'm Klopp, I'm going to try and target Gabriel because he's the one at the moment that is looking shaky.
Agreed.
And Ben White. Ben White as well. I think Ben White's been playing really well. In fact, no, do you know what? Both your wings, Salah and Diaz, could really give Ben White and Zinchenko problems, in my opinion. They really could. That's where the target is.
And then if Bobby's playing, if he does drop deep, we saw his link-up play was beautiful in the last 20 minutes yesterday. He was chipping and passing through balls. It could work, him playing in the 10 with Jota running in behind. It could.
That's
work.
what I'm saying, Drift, because the thing is, Gabriel, like you both were kind of saying, he got that. even if you take out the mistake that Gabriel might have, I think Gabriel is more aggressive than Saliba, the way how he defends.
Yeah.
For me, that Saliba kind of assesses it before he does anything.
That's
Gabriel
right.
kind of sees danger and almost is like, I need to cut that out now.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
difference between two defenders.
He's a
And
trap.
You are
that's
so
why-
right about that. With
Yeah.
Gabriel, he's what I call an impulsive player. He's a natural ball winner. He's a competitor. So that means if the ball is there to be won, his first thought is, I'm going to try and win it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't always think. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of his, but he's big, he's strong, he's combative, he's very athletic, he's a real team man. However, he does have that mistake in him. And at the highest level, you get punished. You know what I mean? So he does need to cut that out of his game. So if I'm Klopp, I'm thinking, yeah, we might get some mileage out of him. However,
Wow. Did someone just compare him to Lovren? that's very rude. Who did that? No, that's very
Asia
rude.
and Gabriel, you know.
Lovren once described himself as the best in the world.
World Cup final defender, yeah. Let's not.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Lovren did get to a Champions League final, but we
And a
won't
World
do that.
Cup
Though.
final.
We,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
do
We
that.
won't do that.
Let's
No, we
not
won't
do
do that.
that.
We won't do that. Not today. Not today. No.
Yeah, I just bringing out the comments before we get to the
Yeah, with a subtle undertone.
before we
with
get
a
to the score
subtle
predictions. I'm just
undertone.
gonna go through the super chats.
Cal's the type of guy that like pulls the cover off your feet when you're sleeping, so you get
Yeah.
cold but don't know why you're cold in it. Like, you know one of them bad mind ones.
John says Drifty wins when it comes to tops. Cal, sorry, tonight that Drifty's wearing one of my favorite Liverpool tops.
Tonight.
Yeah, that top is
Yeah.
serious, still, though.
That is a beautiful. Top.
What is that? What kit is that? A third kit or something?
No, that was
No, this is actually Alisson's
Goalkeeper.
goalkeeper.
Oh, Allison. Okay.
Yeah, this
It's
is
nice.
actually the goalkeeper.
You want my Pippa?
No, thank you.
I know. Just asking. Christmas
No.
coming up soon. I thought.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Just asking. So I jumped the gun. My bad. Zabiri says Arsenal fans acting up. Watch when they finish fifth.
No, listen, man. We're keeping it respectful. No. I've got to answer that, man. I think both me and Pippa, and we're not doing it like, on a false pretense. We're confident, but we're not overconfident. Like we said, we've been at pains to make it clear. The vibe right now is very, very good. So we're riding that wave, if you see what I mean. There's a real optimism blowing through the Emirates, man. And you know what it's like in sport, man. Momentum is everything, isn't it? Let's be honest. You gotta ride that wave as long as you can ride it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because you lot have been doing that for the last 2 years, man.
Liverpool, I rate Liverpool highly. And why wouldn't I? Because let's face it, man, you lot have slapped us silly over the last X amount of years. But what I'm saying, this year, things are different. They just are, bro. That's what I mean.
We'll find out in it on Sunday still.
Little brother's grown up now, yeah.
No.
Matt, that was the fakest confidence I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
That
What
was
do you mean?
so.
No,
That
what
was.
do you
That
mean?
was.
No.
We'll see on Sunday.
Yeah, we will see on Sunday though. We will see on Sunday.
I like this new Pippa. I like this new Pippa.
Yeah, to draw out, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To draw out a little bit. That's the real Pippa right there. I want to see that same energy on Sunday, Pip. You know
what energy? I'm just saying that it just sounded a bit forced, but yeah, we will see.
We won't force.
Literally, we will see.
No,
If
but
there's
you know
one
what?
thing
You're
I know
not,
about
you're not just going to see that energy, bro. You're going to feel that energy.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, bro,
And you can click that.
Hey, that was Laurie's words. That was Laurie's words.
Where's that energy?
Well, you're gonna feel it, bro. Because, like I said, Liverpool like to talk about atmosphere and cauldrons and Anfield nights and people done told you the atmosphere at the Emirates is not like anything I've seen in recent years. And I think you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
Okay.
100%.
Jamal, prepare the tapes. The Darwin slander is going to come back to bite people.
No one slandered him, man.
There's no slander.
Right.
Jeez,
Vex Blazer says Nunes will start chipping in with goals, same way Matt chops food. Never both always hungry.
What are you saying? No, you always.
If Darwin Nunes eats goals the way Matt eats food, then
What you always eating on the streams?
No, I don't even eat on the streets, Pip. That's what I'm saying. I don't even eat on the
Only time he
streets.
doesn't eat Pip.
Oh, that's mad. That's
No,
mad.
that's mad still. Pip, you know I'm like, I don't do them type of things. Though. Come on. No, they're moving mad still. They're moving mad.
Ash says,
But so let's turn it back on you guys, right? You're talking about our
I'm
confidence
the host,
levels
remember,
through
so
the
this is
roof.
for
So, what makes you so confident? I know what you're going to say, give past performances, but this season, what gives you confidence that you can come to the Emirates and get something?
Matt Drifty.
Do you want to go first, Jeff, or do you want me to go first?
I don't have confidence.
Okay. I'll say
Pass
this.
the mic.
I'll say this. Yeah. You lot are playing extremely well, and there's no denying that. However, yes, we haven't started the season well, but I'm not going to lose faith in my team. It's not. We're not there at that point where I feel like, any team that's in form we can't beat, because we still are a good team. Like when we actually put it all together, we just haven't done that. Now, don't get twisted. We could run up on Sunday and get finished, and I'll be sitting there thinking, right, you know what? Yeah, we're at that point now. But I just don't feel like that yet. Do you know what it is? And maybe it's like a bit of false hope. And again, you can only beat what's in front of you. We beat Rangers, yeah, and I know Rangers are nowhere near the level you are. But for us, that was just we needed confidence, because the players haven't lost their quality. For me, a massive issue was confidence and tactics. That changed. Tactics changed on yesterday, and mentality and confidence changed because we won the game. That's why I kind of feel like, do you know what? Yeah, this is the perfect time to play you lot. And I could be proven so wrong. Like I said, you lot could just finish us, and I'm just sitting there going, right, you know what? Yeah, it's one of them seasons, isn't it? But I don't feel like that yet, though. I don't think we're at that stage. I think if you're being honest, no Liverpool fan can sit there and say you got bare chest. You can't say that. But one thing you can say is, do you know what? It's not a foregone conclusion. So yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion. I actually think Liverpool are a good team, and like I said, Curtis made a very good point on the show yesterday when he was saying that he regards Liverpool as a bigger threat than Tottenham, because unlike Tottenham,
crazy.
Unlike Tottenham, who came and basically just low block the place, Liverpool will actually try and play. They'll try and attack us. So sometimes the best form of defense is attack, isn't it? But what I am saying is, and people will agree with me, I'm sure, is that the way the vibe is right now, the momentum, the way the team's playing, the way the crowd's behind the team, all of those elements will, I think, contribute to an Arsenal victory.
Jeez.
I'm confident about that.
Fair enough.
Love it.
Ash says, imagine City break the points record, do the treble, and go invincible in one season. Haaland breaks the goal scoring record. KDB breaks the assist record. Game over.
Ash, you just
they lost the game yet, innit?
You just described what we're going to be looking at in May. Like, literally, you just described it.
But they haven't lost, have they? It's just been draws and wins, isn't it?
No, they haven't lost.
They should have lost. Aston Villa had a goal ruled out. They shouldn't have, but that's beside.
Yes.
You lot will beat them as well, though, Pip. You'll beat them, innit? You think you'll beat them?
I should hope so. I mean, we came close beginning of this year. That's the closest we've been to like getting a result against them.
You will cause them problems, though. I'll be honest. You lot, if the game was tomorrow, you lot will cause them the most problems. Like I said, because of your confidence and the way you're playing.
MZ says, want Bobby and Jota to start. Both have a great record against Arsenal. Nunes impact sub. I predict 2-2 if the Gunners win.
4 goals.
So you said 4-0.
It could be goals in the game.
No, I said 4 goals. He predicted.
I thought you said 4-0. I was like,
no. I didn't say that.
I was like, okay.
Right, comes to the fun bit. Score predictions.
Jeez.
Once again, just like Steve Harvey on Family Feuds, he asks the questions, he doesn't answer the questions. So Pippa, Laurie, I'm going to start with you guys as you're our guests. Arsenal versus Liverpool under the Emirates lights. What is the score going to be?
Do you want to go first, Laurie?
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Okay. I think I'm the only one that's going to say this prediction. And I'm even going to name goal scorers for the simple fact that they've had a bit of slander. So just for the sake of this show, I believe Gabriel will score. Not the two Gabriels score. Jesus and Magalhaes. Header from a corner. 2-0.
Oh, you heard it here. I'm getting my bet in.
Gabriel, the defender, you said will score. The defender.
Yeah, and Jesus.
Laurie?
I'm going 2-1. I think that right now we're scoring a lot of goals. We're sharing them around the team as well, which is good. But I'm looking at Liverpool and I'm thinking with their attacking prowess, it's kind of difficult to keep them out for 90 minutes. So I kind of fancy that they might get a goal. And I think it'll be a 2-win into Arsenal. But I think it'll be one of those 2-1 wins whereby we win with something to spare, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's going to be a life and death 2-1. I think it's going to be 2-1, but Arsenal in the ascendancy.
Drifty! We all know you love a score prediction, especially Liverpool in bad form. What are you saying?
Well, I've been into the future and I've actually got footage of Liverpool's 2-0 defeat to Arsenal.
Peter, make me come out I rain. Peter, come out I rain. You know, see that get bad. Peter, we are going to blood clot, Peter, you're nearly dead.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Oh my!
I hate it, but we're losing this game 2-0. So,
do you agree with my goal scorers as well, or no?
No. I don't agree with you. I think it'll be Martinelli and Jesus.
Gab, either way, still a Gab, still a Gabriel.
I mean, enjoy him as well because Klopp will come and take him in the next 18 months.
Oh, he tried to take Saka, he couldn't get him. So let's see.
He's an Arsenal boy though. I've watched All or Nothing. He's got a bit more Arsenal in the blood. Martinelli don't have that, so we'll see. We'll see. When
Klopp's always watching. He's always watching. He's always about.
What are you saying, Matt? What's the score gonna
be? You know what?
Would you know?
If I'm being genuinely honest, it's gonna be a struggle for us because we never. It's one of them games where we have to play our absolute best to get anything like from this game. If I'm being honest, we can't go there half-hearted. If we start bad, we're losing the game. But I think that win we got yesterday was so needed, but it just could be another false hope. However, maybe I'm gonna do a bit of blind faith here. I think we're gonna nick it, and the reason I say that is because I do feel like Jota might score, and I think if we score the first goal, we win the game. But if we don't, I think Arsenal will win it. But I predict we'll score first. So I'm going Liverpool 2-1. And I think Jota will get on the score sheet. That's what
Do you know what? I wanna either change my goal scorer or add a goal scorer simply because this guy likes to score against the typical big six teams recently. So if he's
I know you're gonna say.
If he's still on it. What?
You're gonna add your captain, not captain, right?
Yeah. The guy that didn't like you lot about a year ago. Now he likes
it gets like that. There's sometimes I swear sometimes you might not even like your girlfriend 1 month, but you like her next month. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's very few times you get away with what he did, though, isn't it?
It gets like that. You argue with your missus. No, don't lie.
No, okay. Everyone argues.
Okay, then you still get back in the bed. It's fine.
All the time, Pippa. You guys be in the bed. Sometimes you're on the sofa. You guys always get back in the bed. Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes it's a couch thing, like that.
I hear it.
Boy. Well, people, there you have it. 3 people are predicting an Arsenal win. Matt is predicting a Liverpool win.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't actually. I know you are the host, bro, but I don't actually think you should be allowed to get away with that.
Innit? Where's your prediction, man?
What's your score prediction, bro?
Steve Harvey doesn't give answers to shows, bro. What are we doing there? Why am I full screen? What's going on?
What's your prediction? Even though you're hosting, what's your prediction, though? All jokes aside, what's your prediction, bro?
I predict it's going to be an entertaining game for the neutral.
Nah, Carl, no.
I feel like it won't be,
It won't be.
I feel like it
will. No, it will.
Arsenal, there's goals.
Shall I be completely honest with you? I predict before last night's game, I thought it would be 4-0 to Arsenal.
4?
No.
You're crazy. You're moving mad.
I'm actually predicting a 3-1 win to Arsenal. You lot.
Who's you, bro? I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm not doing
Is that you, man? Yeah.
That ain't me, bro. That's our producer, bro. What you mean? It's the producer, bro.
I ain't doing nothing.
We got a producer, bro. You know what? That's the producer, bro.
last night's game has filled me with about 15% more confidence than I had prior to the game. I must admit, it has given me a little bit more confidence. And then I'll probably add another 20% on top of that if it's a 4-2-3-1 when I see the team sheet released before the game.
Then.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting a little bit more confident that Klopp is slowly trying to figure out how to not do this easy 4-3-3, predictable, what people are used to Liverpool doing. So we'll see in it. We'll see. I'll be honest with you, look, though, yeah? As much as I know Arsenal are playing better and Arsenal should win this game, if Arsenal don't win this game, I can't lie, it's a flop. Like, if Arsenal don't win this game, it's a flop.
A flop for who?
For you, lot.
What? Why?
Because there's never been a better time to play us. Fulham have moved to us. Brighton have moved to us. We getting moved to all over the place. We're like the pretty girl at the bar. Everyone's moving.
Yeah, but it has to change at some point. And a game like this is where Klopp would want a result. You can't just accept defeat.
No, we will never accept defeat. But I do believe Arsenal should win this game. If there was ever a time for you lot to get out of that 14 games, couldn't talk to us, it's this, isn't it? So if you don't, I'll be.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to say this. Yeah, and again, I'm trying not to sound overconfident, but I do agree with what Drift says. I think a lot of the fan base, Pippa, will be disappointed if we don't get the win over Liverpool.
Of course.
So it's not even cap. I think really and truly, if we don't beat them, I'm going to be disappointed with that. You know what I mean?
Pressure is getting worse.
Yeah. No, but if we're going to do well this season, we've got to be winning games like this. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, a draw will not be the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
However, given the way we're playing at the moment, given the fact that we're at home, given the fact that Liverpool are not playing so well, we have to look at this as a game that we should win.
Oh, the comments are killing me. Twister.
The comments are mad, you know.
Twister's killing.
No, that sent me.
Yeah, Laurie, I don't know if you can. I think you might not know, but your connection funny and it's speeding up the way you're talking. So on our end,
right.
You're
Fire in the
talking
booth.
100 miles an hour.
Fire in the booth.
Oh, that is funny.
Watch it back afterwards, Laurie.
Because you can't.
I'm 3 years. It's funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the fan base will be disappointed if we don't win. Trust me.
All right, last super chat. Mario says we'll win because we're not expected to win. I hope so. Man.
We're the underdogs. We're the underdogs, though. Big man team.
We are.
You're not the underdogs, bro. You're the Liverbirds, man. What are you talking about?
Hold on. You're top of the league. So are you underdogs, Pippa? Wait there, Pip. Sorry, Drift. Pippa, are you underdogs?
Yeah, we're underdogs because you finished second. Would you finish second in it? Yeah, 1 point. We're underdogs because of that.
That's last season, though, right? It's a brand new season.
People are going to say Klopp. If we look at it like Klopp v Arteta, it's Klopp's the. Do you know what I mean? They're going to say Arteta's the underdog, so we're the underdogs.
Brand new season and that. Huh?
You're catching splinters from sitting on the fence there, you know, Pippa. Be careful.
You won the league in September, though, Pippa, remember? So, you won the league in September. We finished second last year, but you won the league in September.
We ain't won nothing yet. We're just getting started. We're just cooking.
Are you just getting started? So what? There's more. Yeah, there's more.
I should hope so. I hope there's more in January too.
Okay.
You know,
I want to see on Sunday from Pippa, you know.
After the game, shout me. After the game,
I'm going to shout you 100%.
Shout me.
I just want to ask Pippa one thing before you lot go, yeah? What is the whole new take on like the Cronkies? Because I don't really it's not Cronky out anymore, or the owners are great now.
Let me be real with you, yeah. When it comes to stuff like this, I don't know about all that business. I'm a follow fashion. You see, when there was a protest, I turned up, got content. I was like, I don't know. You think I know about that type of stuff? I just pay attention to what happens on the pitch, and I listen to everyone else that knows about that stuff and listen to their take so I can get an understanding. But if I'm real with you, I don't know about all that. Even when United fans talk about the Glazers and all this, I don't know about all that stuff. I know about my players.
Vibes, Pippa.
There was a lot. It was like carnival. No, I'm joking. Let me not say that. That's rude. That's rude to the people that went there and actually wanted to say something. But I don't ever go to process, you know. Like, I don't really get into the whole politics of things.
No, fair play.
Winning the sport. winning in sport can cover a multitude of cracks. Winning can, even with a team's playing style, you can play crap football and win, and people won't moan. Yeah, and I think at the moment the fact that Arsenal are winning and the vibes are good is the Cronkies are getting a little pass with that still, because even though they have put their hand in their pocket over the past 6 months or so, it's not to the point where people have done a 360 and said, "Oh yeah, and the Cronkies are fine." I think the performances on the pitch have ensured that they're not going to see any flag right now. Because if you remember, in the most recent transfer window, a lot of Arsenal fans were disappointed that we didn't do more business. You know what I mean? So
only with the midfielder though. Everything else is all right. It's only midfielder.
Yeah, we want the extra midfielder.
You can't have everything, and only 418 million spent in 2.5 years or whatever it is. So can't have everything.
Yeah, as I said, I hope I'm wrong, but I've got
A.
But Laurie, Pippa, win, lose or draw, we'll contact you Sunday. We will contact you Sunday.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm hoping it's from a win, and if it is, again, I'm shameless. I'm gonna be unbearable.
I know what that blocker button is, bro.
No, I would just like to point out I have never ever taken shots at Arsenal after a win. So
have you not? What? Have you not? I don't believe that.
No, I'm talking about like socials and messages.
Oh yeah, I don't even do that myself.
I've never done that. I've never done that. So please leave me out. Yeah, please leave me out.
Pippa, just now I'm a Holly. I'll Holly you Sunday, regardless of result. I'll Holly you Sunday.
Me and Matt get rushed, bro. You better come outside as well.
All that energy, yeah, that energy, yeah. I need to see that energy.
Meat and chips, bro. No, come outside.
I'm not gonna lie, shout at me. I might not be able to hear you over all the noise and all the like. I mean,
all the celebration.
We like to celebrate. You know that Arsenal fans like to celebrate, innit? So
okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, if you do beat us, there's definitely a DVD coming out.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, like the extended version of the Amazon Prime thing. There'll be one next week, but extended version.
There will be a 2-hour special about Arteta in therapy explaining how he's over his PTSD. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Well,
give us a moment, man. Give us a moment.
Let us enjoy. Let us shine, man. Let us enjoy.
Yeah, let us enjoy, man. Yeah.
Let us enjoy.
But you know what? We've got to do it first. We've got to do it first.
Very true. But now, Pippa, Laurie, it's actually been a pleasure having you guys on again, man. Really has.
I appreciate it. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. You got a good set of subscribers there.
Oh, yeah, we've got a fantastic community. Obviously, always AFTV, the pioneers of this. So keep doing your great work, guys. We will be back tomorrow evening, Prem Panel show. So make sure you join us for that. We're also back on Friday. Saturday, we got a break, and then Sunday is the big game. So, people, make sure first and foremost you go and subscribe to AFTV if you haven't already. Make sure you support Pippa and Laurie. Make sure you subscribe here if you haven't as well. Smash the like button. And until we see you next time, thankful for joining. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish, and we're out, people. Take care.
Peace.